y'all.
I'm R.H. Snow, author of the post-apocalyptic sci-fi Western series Watcher of the Damned, coming to you live from my Boudoir of Bodaciousness in my Dubble-wide of D00m, otherwise known as Hell's Front Porch. That's right, it's been really, really hot here in Texas, and of course we've been working on keeping our animals cool and our chickens watered, and my doggies, everyone every day with a sprayer and a mister. Everybody has fans, everybody has everything, but it's still really hard, so pray for us. It's kind of hot here in Texas. But I've had time to cut our 7th episode in the podcast. I'm so excited about it. It's the first time we actually get to meet our female protagonist in her own voice, so it's a really big episode, so I hope you'll tune in for that. And if you would like to listen to all of the episodes, if you haven't heard them yet, I invite you to tune in to watcherofthedamned.com/podcast, and they're all there for you to listen to. Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you see it, and put a heart on it and like on it. We'd love to have you tell us what you think about our series. And so I finished that. I got that done, and I'm working on the next one. We also have our 7th book in the series, Purgatory Papers, now scheduled for a late August release. So yay, that's coming out. I had been looking online, and I see a lot of reviews, not for me, but for other people, talking about how they hate cliffhangers because it buys them another book, or they don't want to read a full series unless they know that the ending's already been written and they can enjoy it all the way through. So I wanted to go ahead and address a little bit about that for Watcher of the Damned. What is Watcher of the Damned? Ding. Watcher of the Damned is an epic saga, a long-running redneck Game of Thrones meets Fallout and they go to Texas type of story. It is not a short read. The first series has 6 books in it. That's Watcher. The second series will also have 5 to 6 books, and the name of that arc is Wanderer. The third series will be called Warlord, and you can imagine kind of what's going to take place there. Yay! It's going to be a lot of fun. But I wanted you to know that this is a very long-running series, and I understand that a lot of people don't want to invest their heart and soul into a series if it is not already written. A lot of people have been burned because they start up a series and then they find out that the author never finished it, or the publisher never put it out. It never got underwritten, so nothing ever happened and it just fizzles away. I'm here to make some promises to you. Watcher of the Damned is going to be written. It has already been written. The arc is already formed. Key scenes have been written already. The storyboarding has already started. And I have a goal to finish this series in the next 3 years. Now, I wrote 6 books in 3 years. Those 6 books included all of the world building, the original character portrayals, over 125 illustrations. That's a lot of drawing. And that was a lot of work at the very beginning, and I still managed to put out and publish 6 books. I will have this story finished. It will, and whether or not I'm the one writing it. I have already chosen somebody, but should something happen to me that I need help writing, or I am unavailable, or God forbid, if I pass in this world and I go home to Jesus, I already have the person who is supposed to finish this series chosen, and he has agreed to write it for me. And he is very intimately aware of the storyline, how it's supposed to happen. He has all my notes, and he has access to everything that I have written regarding this story. So should something happen, he will take over for me. So this story will be finished, and it will be finished in the next 3 years. Come hell or high water. I managed to put out a 6-book series during the middle of a pandemic when we couldn't even leave the house to go print out illustrations or anything. So if I can do that then, I am somehow going to manage to do this now. And I'm putting things in place to make sure that you get what you need from the story. So I wanted to let you know that I have that in mind for you, that I thought about my fans, what they want, what they've told me, and I do want you to know that you are important to me. I will not let you down. God forbid that something should happen, that we can't do this. But if there is anything in my power to do it with it, I will have this storyline finished. I am the one in charge of the creative content. I am the one in charge of the scheduling. I don't have to rely on somebody else at another publishing house telling me that they don't want to publish this, or that it's not making enough money, or that they don't like the characters, or they've changed their mind about it, or the political situations have changed and this is no longer a book they can back. This is up to me. I have to do it, and I am going to do it. And in fact, I am doing it right now. I am already started halfway through the 8th book. I believe in the story. I have it in my heart. I can't stop writing it, and I won't. And I promise that to you as my fans. I will leave you the end of the story. I will make sure that this arc gets finished no matter what happens. You will have your long-running cliffhanger ending each time. It is a cliffhanger. I love cliffhangers. If you don't like them, you probably wouldn't like Watcher of the Damned, because Watcher of the Damned always rolls into the next story. It is like a soap opera in many ways. It has an ensemble cast of wonderful characters, and we'll be meeting some new characters along the way, but I also promise you that I'm not going to leave your favorite characters hanging high and dry. I just wanted to let you know that is what Watcher of the Damned is, that it is a long-running series. It is a long read. If you're expecting to pick up one book and throw it down and you can't, then I'll be happy, because I know that you love the story and you want more. But I did want to tell you about it, so you don't go in here wondering if you're going to get started and fall in love with characters and then have them just torn away from you, dangling forever, and it never finishes. This will happen. I have given it to God, and I have promised myself that no matter what, you will have this story in your hands. So we're going to see what happens next, but we've got 3 exciting years ahead of us, a lot of writing to do, so I better get started. And while we're doing it, we're going to be having our podcast. It's like a radio show every week. We have original music, we have sound effects in some places even, and we're going to start introducing that. It is me talking on there. I'm the one reading it because I'm not a rich person, and I've got a lot of material to cover, so I decided I'd go ahead and do it myself just so I could save that money so I can get those books out for you. And we're also looking at making this into a graphic novel. And I talked about that a little bit before, that we're going to probably put it out as an episodic comic book. And I'm really excited about that, and I've already started looking at some artists. And I want to tell you, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for talking with me about what you want in a series. I've been so encouraged by people telling me that this is a great story, that they love it, they love our characters. It is humbling to me, and I love what you tell me. I don't want to let you down. I promise that I will get this story finished for you. So this is Art Snow coming to you live from the Boudoir of Bodaciousness and my Dubble-wide of D00m. I better get to work. So until next week, I'll see you, and I love you. Bye-bye.